This is Rohini Baba from Chandigarh Polytechnic College, and I'm working here as assistant professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Today we are going to discuss the modems. I'm going to share a screen with you all so that it will be helpful. So let us start with the modems. What is a modem? It is a modulator or a demodulator. It's a hardware component that allows a computer or another device such as a router or a switch to connect to the internet. It modulates analog carrier signal to encode digital information and also demodulates such as a carrier signal to decode transmitted information. The goal is to produce a signal that can be transmitted easily and decoded to reproduce the original signal data. Modems can be used over many means of transmitting analog signals from LED to radio, etc. Modems are generally classified to the amount of data that can be sent in a given unit of time, usually expressed in a bit per second. The most familiar example is a voice band modem that turns digital data to PC to modulate electrical signals in voice frequency range of telephone channel. Now, what is a modem? You can see a figure or a picture on your slide computer screens. So here there is a wall line jack, that is a phone line wall jack, and from the wall we use a jack, and after jack we use a phone line splitter, which splits this into two parts. One part goes to the modem, and other it goes to the line filter. So after that, the line filter, it is connected to our phone, and by after those parts, the second part which was connected to the modem, it uses it connects with the help of a Ethernet cable to the computers. So this is a basic module of a modem. Now, types of modem. External modem, internal, standard, intelligent. There are many types of modems. So let us discuss an external modem. This is a modem separated from system unit in computer case. It is connected in serial port of computer by means of cable. It is connected to telephone wall jack by another cable. Now, what are the internal modems? It is a circuit board like a PCB, IC circuit board that can be added to the system unit of computer. It takes one of the expansion slots. Now, standard modems. The modems usually operated by the commands entered from the microcomputer keyboard. Next one is our intelligent computers, which are intelligent modems, which are used by today in our daily life. As you also, it is also known as our advanced modems. We can say these modems expect new instructions and can respond to the commands while transmitting the data. Next, some other types of modems will be there. That is what cable. Cable modems are use of coaxial cables, and one end connected to the back of the modem, and the other end connects to your wall of or back of your cable box. Cable internet is considered to be a high-speed internet. Next is your DSL. DSL can either connect to an external modem like cable, but the plug-in will be a different one. Or your computer will already have an internal modem that will dial in through your phone line. Unlike a dial-up, you can still access the internet while talking on the phone. So you can still access the internet while talking on our phone. On the other hand, there is a dial-up modem. So it is the oldest form of the internet connection. It uses a phone line to connect your ISP. Whether the dial-up or modems are much slower as compared to the cable and DSL. Also, if you have any one of phone line, you won't be able to access the internet that the same you are talking on the phone. So it's the oldest one. Now, what are the functions of modem? First one is our error correction. That is how it corrects our error from the transmitted to receiver point. And when we receive the signal, there would be a correct one. So error correction and compressing the data. The modem can compress or will be able to compress the data so that it will be easily decodable. Flow control. The flow of charges or flow of the data will be very efficient, accurate and precise. Let us start with the operation of the modems. Yeah, modes of operation of a modem. So transmission mode means transferring the data between two devices. It is also known as a communication mode. Buses and networks are designed to allow communication to occur between individual devices that are interconnected. So there are three types of transmission modes. First one is your simplex mode, second is half duplex mode, and third one is a full duplex mode. Now let us discuss with the simplex mode. In a simplex mode, the communication is a unidirectional, as on one-way street. Only one of the two devices can link and transmit. The other can only receive. The simplex mode can use the entire capacity of the channel to send data in one direction. For example, keyboard is a traditional keyboard and a traditional monitors. The keyboard can only introduce the input and the monitor can only give the output. As here on your screen, the figure shows one computer only sends the data in a one direction and next one is only a receiver, work as a receiver. On the other hand, for a half duplex mode, in a half duplex mode, each station can both transmit and receive, but not at the same time. When one device is sending, the other can only receive and vice versa. The half duplex mode is used in cases where there is no need of communication between the both directions at the same time. The entire capacity of a segment of a channel can utilized for each direction. For example, a walkie-talkie in which messages sent one at a time and messages is sent both in both the directions. So you are able to see on a figure that is this is A is a sender, then B is a receiver. On the if B is a sender, then A will be a receiver. So full duplex mode. Starting with the full duplex mode. In a full duplex mode, both the stations can transmit and receive simultaneously. In a full duplex mode, signals going in a one direction share the capacity of the link with signals going in one direction. Full duplex mode is used when the communication in both directions is required at all the time. The capacity of the channel, however, must be divided between the two directions. For example, a telephone network in which there is a communication between two persons by a telephone line through which both can talk and listen at the same time. So both directions will be working. Here it is a PC and this is a terminal. Both directions the communication will be done. Now, next step arises that how to choose a modem. First one is we must know about the compatibility. So, is a modem compatible with your computer? That is your Windows XP, Windows 7, etc., Mac line, etc. So, what is the uploading and downloading speeds of the your modem? So next you will want to check the upstream and downstream. That is the uplink and downlink speeds, as they differ from a model to model. Size and mounting option, how big and small your modem is, you need according to your adjustment of your table and all that things. What should be the price, you need it. And security, what about the security, is your data secured or not? Now modem interconnection. So modems differ according to the method of interfacing with the communication circuits. If the circuit is a short and a dedicated line, a limited distance modem can be used. This type of modem can be relatively simple in its circuitry, since it doesn't have to drive a line, which utilizes switching systems and align control devices such as echo suppressors. For using now on your screens, there is a communication circuit using a modem. This is a business machine, and this sends some data to your modem. It's a modulator section, and next one is your demodulation section. That is, demodulation is a receiver part. You already know that. After modulation, the data will be sent to the next modem, modem number 2, and will be demodulated, and it goes to the computer. This is a communication between a 4 circuit with the 4 wires. I hope this all lecture will be helpful for you all. If you have any queries, then you can ask me up. Thank you.